everyone, I'm Sarah of Rich Textures Crochet and welcome to week 4 of the 2025 Make It Your Way Crochet Along. I am here with the option found in the Tranquil Blue blanket, and this is our Waistcoat Moss Stitch Afghan square. This is a wonderfully textured Afghan square. The texture is quite subtle, has these nice clean lines running vertically and horizontally. The texture isn't quite same on the front and the back, but it's beautiful regardless. Our blanket square today measures 12 by 12 inches, as do all the squares in this crochet along. I'll give you some instruction a little later on how to adjust it. I'm going to be working with the Pound of Love yarn by Lion Brand. These large balls of yarn have about 1,000 yards in them. To complete all 4 Waistcoat Moss Afghan squares, you're going to need about 612 yards in total, or about 153 yards per square. You're also going to want a 5mm or an H8 crochet hook. Down in the description of this video, you'll find a direct link to the free written instructions. You'll also find a link to regarding information for the crochet along as a whole. We are on week 4 out of 6, and so there's still a little bit more to come. So thank you so much for joining me. While you're here, I invite you to subscribe, take a look around. This channel is updated every single week with free crochet patterns and stitch tutorials. In the meantime, let's grab our hooks and yarn and get started. Now we are going to be working our Afghan square today in rows, so you're going to start by making a slip knot. You're then going to work a foundation chain, and I mentioned that my squares were about 12 by 12 inches. So I'm going to start by chaining 42. Now if you wish to change the size of your square, you're simply going to need an even number of stitches. Today I'm going to chain 42. There's 20. 30. And there's 40, 41, and 42. Once you have that foundation chain worked, you're going to begin row 1 by working 1 single crochet into the second chain from your hook. You're then going to single crochet into each stitch all the way across. At the end of this row, you'll have a total of 41 stitches. Your chain 1 at the start does not count as a stitch. So single crochet in that first stitch, and then in each stitch all the way across. At the end of row 1, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. Now for row 2, we're going to work a single crochet into our first stitch. The chain 1 does not count as a stitch, it's simply a turning chain. You're then going to chain 1, skip the next stitch, and single crochet into the next. Repeat that all the way across, chain 1, skip 1, single crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, skip 1, single crochet all the way across. At the end of row 2, you're going to finish off with a single crochet into your final stitch. You can then chain 1 and turn your work. Now for row 3, we're going to work a single crochet into our first stitch, followed by a waistcoat stitch into the next stitch 2 rows below. So we're going to be working over this chain 1 space And into our next stitch, 2 rows below, work the waistcoat stitch. Now when you are working your waistcoat stitch, when you take a look at the post of your single crochet, you'll see that it forms a little bit of a V. To work the waistcoat stitch, you're going to insert your hook between those 2 vertical bars in the V all the way through the other side. So you're sticking your hook through the center of the post of the stitch 2 rows below. Draw up that loop, yarn over, and draw through 2 loops. It's going to create this V design. This first row is a little bit tricky, simply because these first single crochet stitches are probably a little bit tighter, but don't worry, it does get easier as you go. You're then going to work a single crochet just into the top of the next stitch. We're now going to repeat this all the way across. Into your next stitch 2 rows below, working over top of that chain 1 space, work 1 waistcoat stitch. So once again, find that V, stick your hook through the post, through the center of that V of the single crochet, 2 rows below, yarn over, drop a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. That's your waistcoat stitch. Single crochet into the next stitch. Repeat this all the way across. At the end of row 3, we're going to finish off with a single crochet into the top of our final stitch, chain 1, and turn your work. Now for rows 4 through to 57, we're going to repeat rows 2 and 3. So our row 2, beginning in that first stitch, single crochet, then chain 1, skip 1, single crochet, and you're going to repeat that all the way across, then chain 1, turn, and then work your single crochet and waistcoat stitch row. You're going to repeat rows 2 and 3 until you come to the end of row 57. At that point, we are going to work a simple single crochet edging all the way around, just to make it a little easier later on to join our squares together. Now, if you're finding after you work a total of 57 rows, your square isn't quite long enough, or you would like a little bit shorter, you simply need to work as many repeats as desired to get the length of square you'd like. At the end of your row 57, this is what your work looks like from the beginning. You'll have a beautiful square of waistcoat moss stitch. You're then going to chain 1 and turn your work. We're now going to work our round of single crochet edging, which is going to make it a little bit easier when it comes to joining our squares together. This is certainly optional. If you wish, you don't need to work this round. I find it just makes it a little bit smoother. So what we're going to do is we're going to begin this one round by working 3 single crochet stitches just into our first corner stitch. This is going to be the final stitch on our final rough side, our corner stitch, and our first stitch across this top. You're then going to work 36 single crochet stitches spread evenly across the top of your square. Now, as we started with 41 stitches, as you're working, you are occasionally going to need to skip a stitch, and that's okay. Just work into the next one, and you'll just want to make sure that you're spreading those skip stitches out fairly evenly as you go across. You'll want to work a total of 36 more stitches all the way across the top here, and then I'll meet you here and show you the corner. Once you've worked single crochets all the way across the top, when you come to that corner, you're going to work one more into the corner stitch, Then turn your work so you're working along this rough edge, and you're going to work a total of 37 more single crochet stitches along this rough edge. So beginning in this first corner stitch, and then evenly space them out all the way across. When you come to your next corner, you're going to repeat the process we just did. Work one more in the corner stitch and then turn, work along the bottom, work a total of 37 stitches along the bottom, work your corner stitch, and then work a remaining 36 stitches around to your first stitch. At the end of that round of stitches, you're going to have a total of 152 single crochet stitches, and then we'll join with a slip stitch in the top. Once again, if you'd like to head over to richtexturescrochet.com, you'll find the direct link in the description of this video for the free written instructions. At the end of your round of single crochet stitches, you're going to join with a slip stitch into the top of that first stitch. You can then go ahead and fasten off, tuck in that tail, go ahead and trim any other tails that you may have exposed as you were working. And that's all there is to working this this Waistcoat Moss Stitch blanket square. If you are working the crochet along, you'll want to go ahead and make 2 more of these squares, set them aside, and we will join them together in a little bit. So thank you so much for joining me. While you're here again, I invite you to subscribe. Make sure you're getting those notifications so that you don't miss the next square in the 2025 Make It Your Way Crochet Along. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, happy crocheting. Bye.